Okay, the pull-buoy. Believe it or not, the pull-buoy is not meant to be a life-saving device for those sinky leg swimmers out there, which is shocking, I know.
Yeah, now we're not saying that you can't use it if you really do need to stay afloat with it, but there is another use for the pull-buoy that is intended to help and improve your swimming.
Yeah, they really are very useful, and actually we do pull work all the time to try and isolate the arms and really focus on parts of our stroke. So today we're going to show you how to use a pull-buoy and their benefits.
Right, let's start with a few basics. And the idea of pull work is that, well, quite literally, we're pulling ourselves through the water using our arms with no leg kick at all. Now, of course, for most people, if you take the leg kick away, your legs will tend to sink, and that's where the pull buoy comes in.
Yeah, most pull buoys are buoyant to some degree. So what we want to do is place this between our thighs, and that's going to help keep our legs afloat. But also, what it will do is kind of prevent us from kicking our legs because we have the pull buoy between our legs. They do sometimes come in various different shapes and sizes, although work in the same way. What you might find is one end is larger than the other. So what you do in this instance is that you'll place the largest part lowest in the water. So if we're doing front crawl, for instance, we're on our front, we want that largest part down at the bottom, so we place that largest part around the front. And simple as that, really.
Yeah, and that stops it from slipping out from between our legs as well, and just gives our legs that little bit more lift that we need. So that being said, let's go and show you how to use it.
Using a pull buoy might sound simple enough, just don't kick your legs, right? Well, you would be surprised. Fraser kicks all the time. But obviously that is not the aim. We want to really keep our legs still and isolate the arms, but you can be excused if you are starting out with pull work. You want to try and build that strength up, so you can kick a little bit, fluff your legs.
Yeah, and there really is no shame if you find it really pretty difficult, and if that is you, then you can opt for something like a larger pull buoy that a lot of the brands offer as one of their options, or actually something that my coach used to give me is the option of a second pull buoy. You strap them together with a band or something, and that just gives you a lot more added buoyancy when you're swimming.
Yeah, it can take people years to get the hang of, can't it, Fraser?
Yeah, still working on that.
But yeah, as we've mentioned, the idea is to really isolate the arms and, if possible, literally keep your ankles dead together, so they're locked together, you're not moving them at all. But again, like I say, a tiny bit of movement is okay.
Yep, and so this is effectively one of the big benefits of swimming with the pull buoy, because now for any given speed that we're swimming at, you're going to have to work a lot harder because obviously we don't have our kick to aid us. And that gives us a lot of extra arm strength, and that's a real benefit to swimming with the pull buoy. And another benefit too is also the fact that we're constantly swimming with our arms with no kick. We can really work on the dead spots that might be present in our stroke.
So if you are relatively new to pull work, then you may want to start with fairly short reps. That way you can focus on the quality of each rep with a short break to recover and reset. A simple example would be something like 12 by 25 meters with a 20-second recovery between each. You can then build from this to something like 8 by 50 meters and then to 4 by 100 meters, for example. Okay, that's all great, but what are we really trying to focus on here with pull work?
Well, first things first is it really makes us think about emphasising the catch part of our stroke.
Yeah, and like you mentioned before, doing pull work highlights those dead spots, and then you almost want to think of it like a seesaw. If you don't have that catch at the front, then your legs are going to drop. But if you have that catch at the front, it helps to bring the feet up. The other thing is obviously it's really emphasising the pull phase as well.
Yeah, and that's really allowing us to think about the entire mechanics of the stroke from when our hand enters the water through the catch phase and then also right out to exiting as well.
Yeah, and if you don't have a strong pull, you're not going to move anywhere. And again, it's really going to highlight that and allow you to really work on it. And it's really important we actually make this quite obvious, is that pull work isn't there for those people that are learning. Obviously it helps. It's actually a really good training tool. We do it all the time in our training.
Oh, I can't remember the last time I wasn't using a pull buoy for a substantial part of a swim session when I've been training, and I definitely think that goes for most elite level athletes that you're talking to, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and it can be progressed, as we've mentioned in some of these session examples before. We can add more volume to it, and also we can start adding paddles and maybe even a band, but we will talk about band work in another video, another point.
Right, and another benefit of the pull-buoy is that it actually does a really good job of mimicking the position that our body has when we're wearing a wetsuit in a race. So in that regards, it's really useful to practice.
However, do not fall into the trap of relying on a pull buoy. I do know a lot of people that reach for a pull buoy at every opportunity, and sure, it does help to keep your legs afloat if maybe you do have sinky legs. But instead of relying on it, try to think of it more as a tool to try and help improve that catch and pull to make you better.
Yeah, and hopefully in time you'll find that you are not actually relying on that pull-buoy quite as much, and you're able to swim well without it.
Yep, and if you did like this video today, please hit that thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more from GTN and maybe see that band video that's to come in the near future, then just click on the globe.
And if you want to see a video about 10 most common swimming mistakes, then you can find that here.
And if you'd like to see our swim toys video, then just click up here.